Trust versus mistrust. This is the first stage of psychosocial development. It lasts during the first year of child's life. The existential question during this stage is, can I trust the world, whether it is a safe place to live? An infant is helpless. He is totally dependent on others for his needs. The infant depends on his caregiver for food, warmth, and affection. A child cries and tries to communicate its needs. Usually, the child cries to let you know that he is hungry, gassy, bored, or just need a cuddle. He is not certain about the world in which he lives. To resolve these feelings of uncertainty, he looks towards his caregiver. If his needs are met properly, that is, the care he receives is consistent, reliable, and predictable, then he will develop a strong attachment towards his caregiver and will develop a sense of trust, which he will carry with him towards other relationships and will be able to trust his environment in general. He will be able to feel secure even when threatened. This is the case of positive relationship, positive interaction, positive situation, or positive experience of the child. But if the needs of the child are not met properly, the care he receives is inconsistent, unpredictable, or unreliable. The caregiver avoids the child or even abusive. Then the child will develop a sense of mistrust towards the people and objects around him and even towards himself. The child sees the world as a dangerous place to live where unpredictable events or accidents are waiting to happen. Mistrust leads to the feeling of suspicion, anxiety, heightened insecurity, withdrawal, and lack of self confidence. This is the case of negative relationship, negative interaction, negative situation, or negative experience with the caregiver. Though negative, some experiences of mistrust with people is useful as it gives the child the understanding of what constitutes a dangerous situation later in life. It is impossible to anticipate all the needs of the child, and which is why we all are suspicious and skeptical. However, it is important to remember that trust and mistrust exist on a spectrum. People are not either completely trusting or completely mistrusting. Successful resolution of the conflict or crisis of this stage leads to the virtue of hope. Consequences of mistrust. Impacts of mistrust can last a lifetime. It can make a child fearful and less open to people other than primary caregiver. Children who usually cry when with strangers may have developed an attitude of mistrust during the first years of their lives. It can also make a child suspicious and anxious in unknown places, among new people, and in new situations. Such children may have attachment issues and may find it difficult to form healthy relationships with friends, family, and romantic partners in later stages of life. Would you travel the world if you didn't trust the people who lived in it? Could you network effectively if you didn't trust people to help you in the ways that you could help them? Research associates a lack of trust with criminal and delinquent behaviors, social disengagement, irresponsibility, loneliness, peer rejection, depression, lower self perceived social acceptance,